All right. So, are we ready for a little Reformation era trivia?
Yes.
All right. Well, here we go. Okay, so there are two parts to this 10 questions each. I guess we could see how we do on the first set, um, and then maybe we'll decide about the second one. All right. So, shall we take turns here?
Sure.
Okay. I'll read the first one and see what we say. All right. So, what year marked the beginning of the Protestant Reformation?
1984. No, I'm just kidding.
Was that the year
1517.
1517? Sounds about right. And why is that?
That would be the year that Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the door
Yes.
at the church in Wittenberg.
Yeah. A lot of Protestants like to really play up what that represented at the time, but
Yeah.
it didn't he didn't really plan on starting a reformation. It is
No.
funny. I remember a mutual friend of ours was once preaching and said it was all about justification by faith. And then I read the 95 Theses. I was like, no, no. It, very much supported a lot of Roman doctrine, but what it questioned was
Yeah.
the monetization of that's the word we want of indulgences. But it
Yeah.
didn't even deny indulgences were a good thing.
Right.
But yeah,
It was kind of against the abuse of that.
yes, yes. But then he went whole hog as things progressed.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, he kind of got pushed into the corner on that,
Oh, a
and
little bit.
yeah.
Dragon Fist wants to know: do we have thoughts on the Narnia franchise?
Oh, I have thoughts.
Oh
We
yes,
should we should probably do that as a
we could do it as a movie of the week because
yeah,
there are movies, but we probably
yeah,
would just end up talking about the books. But we'll just use the movies as an excuse to call it movie of the week.
yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
I
Um,
actually plan on reading through the books here at some point with my daughter.
yeah.
Um, when I was a wee lad,
Mhm.
um, in the cold, frozen tundra of Minnesota, um, I watched the older BBC films, and
Mm.
as well read the books, and so I have a nice
I, I,
set of the books.
I'm familiar with that BBC series.
Oh, it
Nothing will
scared me to death.
nothing will stick in my brain more hilariously than the horrible rubber snake in
Yes.
Silverchair.
Though I don't, I mean, I was probably younger than my daughter, so probably younger than 7. And those movies scared me to death. I
Yes,
don't know.
but one sentence summary. I think we're both fans.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I
Um,
actually refer to the final battle, is it the last battle.
the last battle. Yeah.
I'm such a fan. Um, sometimes in sermons, I love the allegory of the world being remade and just like the colors become more vibrant and they begin to see with truer eyes, and I love
Mhm.
that.
Yes.
But yeah,
All
we'll have to
right.
we'll have to do that. All
Dragon
right,
Fist
so no,
didn't even realize there was a BBC series. Yes, it was terrible, but it
but you
was
should find it.
it was terrible. I think it might be on YouTube. It's terrible, but in terms of being closer to the books,
Yeah,
it's closer than the new Hollywood movies. I mean, I'll take that back. The first Hollywood movie, they really stuck to the book,
yeah,
uh, but they got worse and worse as it progressed.
for sure, for sure.
uh,
And then they just abandoned it, which.
yeah. Uh,
As well, there's a cartoon. I'm not sure when it was created, but I did enjoy the cartoon,
I vaguely
and
remember that.
it's just the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Hmm.
Um, but if you can find it, it's old. I mean, probably early '80s,
I think I remember
and
that. Hmm.
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Would you like to read question two?
Sure. So a little bit blurry, but I'll try.
Oh,
What
okay.
invention fanned the flame of religious change during the Protestant Reformation?
You know what might help here?
Oh, there we go. There
Huh?
we go.
Huh?
It's my old eyes.
Ooh, there we go. Even better. Ooh, we can go up
Very
again
good.
too. Just why not keep right on going here?
There we
All right.
go.
That'll help everybody. I don't know why I didn't
Yeah.
think of that. All right. That would be the movable type printing press.
Yes, indeed.
All right. All right. Number three. What other period of history was happening during the Protestant Reformation? Hmm.
The answers are worded difficultly.
The
I
Italian
mean, I know the
Renaissance.
Renaissance was around that time, kind of. I can't remember exact dates off the top of my head. I can't remember if the Renaissance preceded or if the Reformation preceded, but I know it was around those time, but not exactly sure. I mean, you could say the Voyages of Discovery as well, because in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue,
Mm.
and I'm going to go with all of these.
I'm gonna say I want to say the Italian Renaissance, but
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see what
My
happens.
my history, I'm generally terrible at history. I'm really good with Reformation area just because I'm familiar with like the big
Yeah.
works, you know. Ash says the Italian Renaissance, so we'll go with that. Uh, who is known as the Morning Star of the Reformation? It's got to be Martin Luther.
John Wycliffe.
Wait, really?
I think so. I think that's where I'm going.
Uh, what I want to say Martin Luther just because 95 Theses, but
I'm going with Wycliffe because he came before Luther, and I mean, actually, you could even. I'm pretty sure I've read that Wycliffe was considered the morning star of the Reformation,
okay.
but I think you could also make the argument that Huss had similar.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I remember people. There was a debate. Yeah, Ash is saying Wycliffe, so y'all outweigh me. It would make sense, I suppose. But Huss, yes, I know why you would say that because like, as Luther was developing like his understanding of justification by faith and stuff, he was questioned and he was confused, or no, he was questioned, and they said, "Are you a Hussite?"
hmm.
And he it was sort of like it was sort of like a debate ending accusation, really. And he's
Yeah.
like, and then there was like a break. He went to the library and looked up Huss and read his doctrine, then came back and he's like, I guess I'm a Hussite.
He went and Googled.
Yeah. All right. So we're going with Wycliffe. All right. Or Wycliffe or whatever.
With
Which
Huss, there's
reformer?
also an interesting. I'll just jump in real quick.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
also an interesting thing where, so Huss lived about 100 years before Luther,
Mm.
and he was also executed. And he made, I guess, a statement that could be interpreted as prophecy. I don't know. That basically said that there would come one whom you wouldn't be able to destroy or stop, or something to those words. And it was like 100 years later that Luther rose up, and I believe this is I'm jogging the foggy banks of my memory here. I
Uh-huh.
believe like some relic or something of Huss is at the church that Martin Luther was the presiding priest of.
Wow. Okay. Good trivia there. All right. I guess you could read number 5.
Okay. Which reformer from Bohemia was condemned along with Wycliffe's writings at the Council of Constance?
Condemned along with Wycliffe.
Ooh.
Could
I'm
be.
gonna,
Sorry.
I was gonna say I'm gonna say Huss because I think he was Bohemian.
Okay. Who is Tyndale again?
He's English and he was a Bible translator.
Yeah, that seems a little too English.
And Erasmus, I think, was mostly Catholic. So
Right. He did a lot of the work, basically with Greek manuscripts and things like that we rely on a lot, but he was not so disapproved of by the Roman Catholic Church.
yeah.
Yeah. And Martin Luther was not executed. So,
Yep.
who was the best known figure of the Northern Renaissance?
Ooh.
Northern. The Renaissance. It could be Erasmus.
It's the only one that I. I mean, obviously, I know Martin Luther is. I know vaguely who Thomas More is.
Uh-huh.
Erasmus is the only one that's standing out. I have no idea who William of Ockham is. I mean, I've
Yeah.
heard the name, but
I'm trying to think of what would have been included in the Northern Renaissance. I'm trying to think of like the regions.
let's go with Erasmus.
Yeah. What Augustinian friar wrote a list of 95 propositions to the Roman Catholic Church in an attempt to reform its corrupt practices. Oh, well, that would be Mr. Luther. We haven't mentioned
Yeah.
him at all yet. Okay.
Wait, he wasn't Lutheran? Or
What Roman priest? You can read it.
what Roman priest from Switzerland stepped forward in 1518 to attack the sale of indulgences?
Well,
I'm gonna say Ulrich Zwingli
yeah.
because Calvin was French, which I think I may have accidentally
Oh,
just answered the next
Switzerland,
question.
Switzerland. I
Yeah,
was thinking, I didn't even look at the place. I'm thinking, didn't we just say Luther? Because that was
yeah,
1517. Okay, no. That would make sense. You said Zwingli?
yeah.
Yeah. Calvin was, yeah, he was French. Yeah.
Which I think we just answered number 9.
Right. All right. What French reformer who was based in Geneva, Switzerland, became one of the most influential Protestant leaders of all time? Monsieur
Monsieur,
Calvin.
Monsieur Calvin? That was a horrible accent, by the
Yes.
way.
Who, me?
Both of us.
Yes.
Both of us.
No, my accents are perfect every time. All right. Many Protestant leaders were concerned about educating the public. What was their main reason for this?
I'm gonna say to better understand the Bible.
I want to say that too. What were the other options? Common good of society, understanding philosophy, further protest the Catholic Church. I mean,
That kind of comes under it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let's just go with the easy one and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
See how Protestant we are. All right.
Congratulations. You have to resign from Protestantism.
Yes. All right. So 1517, movable printing press. Uh-oh. Okay. So
I got it.
Italian Renaissance lasted. Okay.
So the correct answer was all of these.
Wait, was that? I didn't even notice that was an option.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I could have. I thought you. Okay.
You thought I was just being crazy.
No, I thought. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Misunderstanding. I would have said all these two probably.
But the trippy part of it is I there just is a gap there for me because I don't know much about the Northern Renaissance. So
Yeah. For some reason, I just had a lapse. I didn't even read. Was that
Yeah.
like the fourth option?
yeah, so it was the Italian Renaissance, the Journey of Discoveries or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and the Northern Renaissance, and then the other option was all of these.
Okay.
I don't know much about the Northern Renaissance.
All right. Wycliffe was correct.
Yes.
All right. John Huss was correct.
Yes.
All right. Erasmus.
All right,
Correct.
good.
Hey. Martin Luther. Okay, let me turn down the baby monitor here. Okay. Zwingli was correct.
All right.
All right. John Calvin, of course, to better understand the Bible.
Yeah.
9 out of 10, and the one that was off was my fault for not paying
So-
attention.
So we would have been 100% reformed.
Yes. All right. So I suppose we could do part 2. Would you like to?
May as well. Let's give it a try.
All right, we'll see here. Where was it? Protestant Reformation Part 2. Martin Luther. Oh, so this one's
Oh,
Martin
getting
Luther
specific.
centric. Okay. Where and when was Martin Luther born? Okay, so it was 1517 was the 95 Theses. What would make sense?
I think he was born in Eisleben.
Okay. Yeah, that seems right in terms of his age.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think he went to school in Erfurt.
Okay.
Erfurt?
Your history is better than mine. I feel like my abstract theology is pretty good, but your facts are
Yeah. I
better.
mean, before I went to Bible college, my nerdy dream was to become either like a professor of history or go into archaeology. But I'm glad I went the route of theology because I'm scared of spiders and snakes and everything that's in the dirt, including the dirt.
Yeah.
And so I would not have made a good archaeologist.
All right. Where did Martin Luther receive his bachelor's and master's degree in liberal arts in 1505? That would be
I'm gonna say Erfurt.
Erfurt.
You're
University of
welcome to
Erfurt.
disagree.
No, that's fine. You're probably right. All right. My brain immediately went to Augustine, like something Augustine. I know he was Augustinian, but that's not the
Yeah, yeah.
school. So yeah, okay. All right. What event took place? You can read it.
What event took place in Luther's early life that made him decide to become a monk?
Oh, I think I know this. Uh, well, did he actually get struck by lightning?
No, it struck near him. I'm supposing that's the answer,
Yeah,
but he was not physically struck
he
by
was
the
caught in a
lightning.
thunderstorm. I know, like that
Yeah,
was the yeah.
and there was lightning nearby and a loud crash. He fell to his knees and cried out, "Help me, Saint Anne, and I will become a monk."
Hey, all
His
right.
father was quite dismayed by
Yeah,
his
this was
choice.
not it here.
Yeah.
Um, okay. What was the name of the friar who, in 1517, traveled through Germany selling special indulgences? Oh, I think I know this one. Uh, to benefit the construction of St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome, and in doing so, carried the idea of indulgences to new extremes. That would be Tetzel, right?
Yep.
Yes. What was the saying? When a coin in the coffer rings, a soul
Yeah.
from purgatory springs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a Reformation era professor who did the accent and or said it in German. It was funny.
Nice.
Like the word springs is actually in German is like it's sprinks, and so it's like it sounds like kind of sounds like the coin hitting the bottom of the coffer.
Nice.
Go ahead.
On what date in 1517 did Martin Luther nail the 95 Thesis to the door of the Wittenberg Castle Church?
October 31st. Yes.
Yes.
That's why we celebrate Reformation Day and not Halloween, right?
I was going to say that's why I dress up like Martin Luther on Halloween.
I did that. I did that one Halloween actually. I trick or treated as Martin Luther.
Nice.
Yes. So
And the hair's finally starting to grow back.
redeeming the holiday. Yeah, yeah. That was the. Yeah. No, there was a hood, so I could fake it. No, there's this nice big cross. It was cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Just hold it up to all the goblins trick or treating. You know.
But the people didn't really appreciate as you nailed copies of the 95 Thesis to their doors as you went to get candy.
Yes, that's the list of candy I demand. What was
All right.
the name? Well, go ahead. I think it's your turn.
What was the name of the German Prince of Saxony, Luther's part of Germany, who took interest in Luther's writings?
You probably know this, right? I feel like I don't know.
I'm going to go with Frederick.
Friedrich jumped out to me, but it's not based on certainty.
I don't feel confident in this one.
All right, me neither. But we'll go with it. Gut often goes well. All right.
Yeah.
At what meeting in 1521 did Luther face the Holy Roman Emperor and stand up against both him and the Church of Rome? Oh, the Diet of Worms, right? Or the Diet of Worms.
I'm wishing it was the Diet of Lizards, though.
Diet of Worms. Okay.
All right. What former nun became Luther's wife and mother of his 6 children?
I think I know. Was that Catherine von Bora?
Yeah.
Katharina.
Katharina.
Katharina von Bora. They say she basically forced him. It's like all the monks and the nuns paired off, and he
Yeah.
was like avoiding her. She followed him around. Was like, "You're marrying me."
Nice.
Like he hadn't changed his hay that he slept on in years, and it was disgusting. Oof. And so she whipped him into shape as a bachelor. I guess. What kind of education was Luther in favor of for the public? What would you say?
I don't know.
I
don't know. I don't even know if I have a guess.
Yeah. Me neither. Scholasticism. What?
Do we want to just throw scholasticism out there? Or
I'm thinking of what it is. If he would have liked scholasticism. I mean, I know that got a negative reputation eventually. I don't know, like how that would have factored into with Luther, but well, I'll say it. What the hey?
Okay.
I'm thinking that or liberal arts. If it's wrong, I'm thinking liberal arts.
Okay.
Ash says, what are the options? Scholasticism, vocational, basic instruction and reading only, or liberal arts. So Ash, we'll keep going, but if you know the answer, we'll correct it if you tell us in the chat. All right. Number 10. When and how did Luther die? I don't think. Well, wait a minute. All right, I'm thinking first or last one.
Yeah, it's either the first or last because he died of natural causes.
Earlier or later? I feel like. Oh no, never mind. Uh, I'll
That's
go
a
with.
tough one.
I'll go with later.
Okay,
Personally,
let's do it.
we'll see. All right. Ash has not corrected us.
Okay.
She's thinking liberal arts, but not positive. Well, that's the second leaning towards liberal arts. Do you want to switch it to liberal arts?
Let's give it a go.
All right. Now we have somebody to blame if it's wrong. So, all right. All right, here we go. All right. Got the first one right. That was all you. University of, that was you too.
Oh, the
Correct.
band.
Yeah, you too. All right. He was struck by lightning, which is probably not true.
Yeah.
Tetzel, yes.
Very good. Very good.
October 31st, yes. Frederick the Wise.
Yes.
Okay. Diet of worms.
Yeah.
Eat those worms.
It's a hearty diet.
Catherine van Bora. Liberal arts.
All right.
Ah!
Yes.
The last one.
Early death. Okay.
Darn it. Well, hey, that wasn't so bad though. Hey, we got 9 out of 10 both times. I feel like I want to say 10 out of 10 for the first one because you knew it and I had control and I didn't realize you were actually listing an option. I would have gone with what you said, honestly. Not just saying that.
It's all right.